Okay. Not really sure how that works out. Let's have a look at this. How does that work out? I bought 10 for 30,000 and I sold them for 305,000. Okay. There you go. So now I'm up to 1,100,000 nearly credits. I'm not really sure what went on there, but we sold our cat boosters. So let's go back to our cat booster buy orders and make sure we're still top, which I doubt we are. No, because that twat's put his order up again. So I'm going to do this once more, and if he keeps doing it, I'm just going to move on to something else. Oops, let's see what is 5.8. So we'll put ours up to 60. So modify 60. And that's a booker's fee of 100 ISK. Total change 30 ISK. So now we are back on top, and won't be surprised if in a minute we're back to second. But like I say, the turnover of these products is pretty fast, so he'll get through his 600 pretty quick, and we can just carry on our way. And that's just like, you know, a basic go at station trading. The real money, I think personally, is in contracts. Where are they? Contracts. Contracts are what the fuck? Are where the rare items are, the faction loot drops and stuff like that. So, you know, we've got blueprint copies and stuff. I used to make a lot of money on the contracts. Basically, see this cap recharger, it's selling for 14 million. Now, if there was only one of these in the contract, one of this item, I would buy that for 14 million, and I would sell that for 18, because there would only be one on the market, and pretty much guarantees someone will buy that, considering the amount of the volume of people in the system. And the majority of people in Jita are fairly rich, because people come to Jita because it's easy to fit a whole ship without having to travel around the whole of EvE looking for your parts, and people will pay extra for that, and which they do. So let's have a look at this Dark Blood Warp Scrambler. 46 million. There's only one of them there. If I had the capital, I'd buy that for the 46 and sell it for 50. So that's a 4 million markup. Might not seem much, but when you're doing that with like 20 products or whatever, you know, that's a lot of money. But obviously, when you're a new character, you don't have the capital, and more importantly, you don't have the skills to make that many contracts. You need, let's go down into the skill books, trading at the bottom, contracting. Basically, you'll need this skill, because you can, at the maximum of level 5 of that skill, you can have 21 contracts, and when you're dealing with big money items, you are going to need that many contracts to put up, really. So that guy's made it cheaper again, so I'm just going to leave these cat boosters for now. Let's have a look at our scripts, and we're still top there, but it doesn't seem to be selling well at the moment. But best time to do your trading and stuff is evening, because people log on in the evening, late afternoon. They come to Jita, they fit their ships, and then they spend the rest of their evening doing what they do with their corporation. So as soon as they log in, they're going to come to Jita, fit out what they need, and sod off again, which is good. It means that you can time your buying and selling, but it's also the time when the other traders know this. So it's no secret, but just, you know, pick an item. You know, I don't recommend ammunition. Though it is high turnover, it's very low profit. Scripts, charge boosters, probes, sometimes bombs when they're being used, but obviously not in Empire really, because you know they have an area effect. Scan probes, yeah. What else? Ships aren't very good trading. Basically, they are low turnover. not many people are going to be selling the one type of ship you're going to put a buy order in. So let's say cruisers, standard cruisers, Caldori, Caracal is one of the most popular Caldori cruisers. Yeah, so the highest station buy order is 3,500,000, and the cheapest sell order is 3,800,000, which is a markup of about 300,000, which is not very good considering that it could be a while before you actually get the cruiser be sold to you, and it'll probably sell pretty quick. Maybe not at that price. Newbies tend not to spend that type of money. They because they don't have much, so the new players will go and look for bargains, whereas players who have a bit of money will just they'll just buy that for the sake of it, because it's easier to fit the whole ship in jita. So I wouldn't recommend ship trading unless you're manufacturing. It's not really profitable in station trading. So armor repairs, let's have a look at that. I used to make some money on armor reps. Hull on armor, armor repair systems, mediums sell very well. They're high turnover. You want the tech 2. Okay, so they're not very good. The highest buy order is 625,000, and the cheapest station order is 665. So that's a pretty shit markup as well. So you're better off just sticking with your cap boosters and scan resolution scripts, or any type of the scripts. Basically, they all sell pretty well. They have a high margin between the buy and sell. So let's have a look at the tracking speed script. They're selling, they're buying for 6,200 and they're selling for 8,800. Which is nearly £2,000. But if you're selling 100 of these, or 200-300 of these a day, it's a lot of ISK daily from one item. And basically, you want loads of buy and sell items on the go at once, and just keep the flow of income and outcome at the same. So I started this game yesterday with nothing, and after doing a few missions and some station trading, I have just over 1 million. And you can carry on doing your missions whilst your stuff's buying and selling, but you will have to stay in station as a new player to modify your orders. That's not necessarily a bad thing. If people undercut you, you can just be out doing missions, let their stuff sell until yours comes back to the top of the list, and then your stuff will sell. But it's just a longer waiting game basically, but you'll be earning ISK doing missions and stuff. You'll need the skills in a trade to do remote modifying, so you could you train the skill and you can remote modify your buy and sell orders out of the system. But until then, as a new player, we have to sit in a station and watch this pretty screen and watch the news whilst we do a bit of station trading. It's like I say, it's not for everyone. Station trading can get boring. I'd like it. I like the idea. It's a real economy. It's a real buy and sell mechanics, and it's just basically, I like it. It's fun. I like the challenge of risk putting money into stock. Will it sell for the high price, or will I lose money, and stuff like that. And I find it fun. It's not for everyone, but I like it. So I hope I wasn't too confusing. I'm not the best at doing these tutorial things. It's not really a tutorial, it's just to show you how I personally do this, and I think a lot of other people do the same. But yeah, this is Richard Menner signing out, and let me know what you think of this video. And I'll stand up and give you a bow, and I'll scratch my head, say goodnight. Richard Menner signing out.